Welcome back. I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to show you how to draw the Salamander 16 from Jurassic World the Game, Boss Battle. So yeah, let's begin. This is the third Boss Battle Dinosaur I have done. Well, even though this is not really a dinosaur, it's an amphibian. So yeah, let's begin by I've been putting I have several reference images for this, and I've chosen one that I'm going to follow more closely. So this is going to be the head. You put that shape in. It's going to have the mouth open. Put that head in there. It's got a lot of spikes, so they're going to be going all over the place on top of it. As the gaming viewer describes it, they look like gelled hair. That's what I thought of it when I first saw it as well. So you put that, I'm going to put two arms in, front arms. It's got a very bulky body. Put the back arms in. I personally like the Boss Battle T-Rex Omega 09 better than the Salamander 16, but we gotta draw it. And I actually thought it was a good choice for which amphibian they chose. Like, Coolosaurus would have been cool, but it's already purple, so. This one looks a lot like Micropotosaurus. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not the best at pronouncing dinosaur names. So yeah, looks like a good outline to start off with. Now I'm going to put in a spot right here, which is going to be for the eye. It has a very small eye, with just a tiny little slit, very similar to the Valkyrie pterodon. And then it's got black around it. The Boss Battle dinosaurs are always the hardest to draw from Jurassic World the Game. So you can put that in for the eye. It's got like a cavity that goes around the eye. Like so. So it's good for the eye area. Again, the Salamander 16 was not very complex compared to the Valkyrie and Omega 09. They were a lot more complex. They had a lot more stripes and more electricity running through them than the Salamander did. But it did have spikes, which was good. They protruded from the lip, I guess, right above the mouth. Just got spikes that go all along there, and one big one right behind the jaw there. I have a sore throat, just in case you guys were wondering why I'm talking a little bit weird today. It still has that spongy stuff, but as you can see, it's not like the pterodon had like stripes and spots and stuff along everything. Like this one doesn't have. It just looks like almost like a normal amphibian to me. Still, they did a good job, but I hope they do a better job on the trike. It might be a trike, I'm not sure, for the before Boss Battle. So I'm going to put it in the teeth. It's got very small teeth, but it has a lot of them. I might make the teeth a little bigger, but I'll put these teeth in here. It doesn't really have much teeth, so. Well, it has a lot of teeth compared to other dinosaurs, but compared to some of the amphibians, it doesn't have that many. The bottom jaw does have a little bit more teeth than the top one. The only thing that's nice about the Salamander 16, that's nicer than the other ones, is that it's quite strong. I think it's stronger than the Omega 09. Because I haven't seen someone yet who could get it to level 5. A lot of people got it past, got it to level 4, but I don't think anyone got it to level 5. It just had a lot of health, like killer health. And then normal person who has Jurassic World the Game, just not. They usually the carnivores are the strongest dinosaurs, not the flyers. So when the trike, or I don't know, when the herbivore boss battle comes out, I bet everyone's gonna get it to level 5. I mean, there's no doubt. Some people with 3 level 40 Indominuses could easily do it. Though I don't really know that many people who have that many level 40 Indominuses. Or they could use the Prychorodon. There's plenty of hybrids now. So anyways, the mouth, I'm just going to shade in, because it's got nothing really special here. See, it's almost like a normal amphibian, but you still gotta draw it, because I think it's cooler than the average amphibian, but they could have made it a tiny bit cooler. Or maybe not just a tiny bit, a little bit more. Because even when it got up from being killed, it just flops over on its side, which I don't think Ludia took as much time to put creativity into it as they did with the Valkyrie or the Omega 9. Another thing that really impressed me though about the Salamander, after all my remarks about it, was that I love its attack when it does the 2 swaps with its tail out. That was really cool. So that's pretty good for the neck and head. Apologize if I'm going a little bit slow today. So now I'm going to start by putting in the spikes, the curved spikes that look like gelled hair. This one actually connects into the eye, or not to the eye, to the eye socket area. Like so. Take my eraser and erase the lines we do not need. May need to add a bit more refinement to this area. It does have some cool spikes, we must admit, on the back. They're actually a little bit difficult to draw because they're sort of connected into the skin. They don't look very sharp especially, but they look like they would bend if you like sat on them, which would probably not be a good idea. key is to put some definite lines, like really thick lines that show, that give it more shape, if you get what I mean. That may have not made sense, but it's got quite rigid skin, so I'm going to add a bit of scales just to give it more of a tough crocodile-like skin. After all, it is reptile-ish, not so reptile, but it's got features from a reptile, because those ancient amphibians were not really amphibians, they're more half mammal, half reptile. Add a bit more refinement. The head, surprisingly, has actually taken quite a bit of time. So now I'm going to put in, I think, which is the largest spike, which is right there above the shoulder. So got another one there. It's over the back. And this one seems to be connected to another one that goes over there. It's got another one that leads off like that. And they go down along the tail, which we will not do right now, but connect that there. This is the part that's a little bit more difficult because it does have electricity running through these spines. So we'll have to put that in. It's got streaks of electricity going. This is sort of my own way of interpreting Salamander 16. I usually tweak my drawings a bit from the game just to give them some more personality that shows that, not that I really ruin them at all. Actually, I think I make it better. And it's also easier for you guys to draw if I do it the way I've been doing it. So I'm not like drawing it line for line, making it look exactly like the real thing, but just gonna shade in there and darken the line a bit there. The key with the Boss Battle Dinosaurs is to give them a lot of light spots and dark spots. So since we're doing it, and since we're not coloring it, you have to give it lots of light spots and dark spots. So wherever it's light, people will assume that's where the electricity is. So I'll shade in this area. I really love the new Raptor addition to the park. It really makes it more like Jurassic Park, or Jurassic World, I mean. Like once you have Owen's bungalow, the trading boats you can trade your stuff with, and the 4 raptors. I think that was a very cool idea. So we have to excuse Ludia, because they're quite busy with all that new stuff coming out. And I bet they have a lot of people with different ideas for them. And complaints, of course. I'm not the only one who complains about Ludia. Actually, a lot of people do, but you can't expect to make everyone happy when you make a video game or something like that. So this is the weird part where the spikes sort of are part of the body. There are a few little spikes along here. They're more like real spikes. They look like if you sat on them, you'd stand right back up. Unlike these look like you would droop, like you would make the spikes bend over or something. Which is a cool idea, of course, but still not my favorite boss battle, even though this is like the 7th time I've said it. So I take your eraser and just clean up a bit. This is actually looking quite good when I sit back and see the full image. Looks very nice. That's the final big spike. The little spikes continue on there, but we will not draw them immediately. Add texture here. Shading, and now we have to put in the shoulder. The arm is about right here. One nice thing about the amphibian was that they didn't make it small, they made it very massive. Which is good. The Boss Battle Dinosaurs, I think, should all be very big. Bigger than the average dinosaur from the game. The only thing that I don't like from the game, well, not the only thing, I've got several things I don't like, is that they should make Indominus Rex the strongest dinosaur on the park, not Osteoposaurus or Priotorodon. Indominus Rex should be the strongest dinosaur because they have to keep it close to the movie, which Indominus Rex is the strongest dinosaur on the island. And if anything, they should make T-Rex and Velociraptor both stronger. But now that they've got the Raptor squad, it's the Velociraptor and in the game, the first one, that one's not really strong, but the training ones are stronger, so. So you have some stripes here, go along the arm. Doesn't have much texture on the forearm, but that's totally okay. Put that there. The other arm is going to be right here. I'm gonna put those fingers in and add some claws. So I also want to thank you guys, all my subscribers, for leaving such nice comments on my videos. I really appreciate those. And I do read them. I read all the comments. So if you comment, most likely I will read it. But I may not be reading them forever, because like if I get my channel grows if it gets quite big, then there's going to be probably like hundreds and hundreds of comments on each video. But for the moment, I have time enough to comment or reply to most of them, not all of them. But a lot of times, like 2 people say, "Awesome drawing, Danny the Dinosaur Drawer." Like 2 people will say the same comment. I'm like, who should I reply to? I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but maybe I should just reply to both. So just cross-hatch the belly there. Put the back foot. Which is going to be all shaded in, so you can't really see it that well. Like so. I'll take my eraser and clean up a bit. It's got a lot of neck wrinkles here. A lot of them. It's got that vein that comes from the neck, goes under the arm. Like so. And it's also got some stripes here. So our Salamander 16 actually is coming along quite nicely. Nicer than I first thought it would. I'm usually surprised at how well I can draw the Boss Battle Dinosaurs, because I always get so nervous before I start the video. I'm like, oh no, am I going to be able to do it? It looks so complex. Well, of course I usually simplify it a bit, but still, it's definitely more complex than the other dinosaurs. I'm going to add a bit of texture to the shoulder blade. Like so, and it just sort of subtly connects to the spines on top, spikes on top. So I've added a bit of ground there and did a bit of refining. So now I'm back and we're gonna finish up our Salamander 16 from Jurassic World the Game. So all we have left to do really is put in the belly, which I'm doing right now. So you can put that in. Like so. It's a very bulky amphibian, as you guys can see. And we can put in the back leg, which is sprawled out to the side, like so, and has 5 toes. Unlike the front, well, the front one I guess has a little toe right about there, but the back one has all 5 toes showing. There's toe number 1, toe number 2, toe number 3, 4, and 5. So each one has a claw. Well, obviously it has a claw or a nail or something. So put that in there. Add a bit of refinement. And I'm also shading under our amphibian, like so. With the Boss Battle Dinosaurs, I always like to give them a lot of contrast and darkness about them. It just gives them a cooler look. So the next big thing is to finish the spikes that go along to the tail. And the tail is going to go off the page. So probably like that. So we got a very massive tail, and it's the weapon that it uses to kill us, or our dinosaurs when we're fighting it, when it has 7 or more attack coming in. And when it does that double spin and whaps us with its mighty tail. That's the coolest part, I believe, of Salamander 16. So I'll add a bit of, take my eraser and I'll erase the lines we don't need. This is turning out to be very nice, this boss battle. Well, they all turn out good in the end. Right now I'm just going to add a bit of scale to the belly, just by swirling your pencil in little circles. It will give it a better look. Clean up a bit around here. Here there's a more distinct line that separates the spines and spikes and stuff and whatnot from the tail. Again, this is not exactly what it looks like in the game. I'm just simplifying it and a bit so it's easier to draw and looks cooler when it's on paper. Otherwise, we just have a mess of lines. So be sure to shade it in so there's barely any white showing. In the same way, this is a little bit harder, but you don't want that many lines going through the white spots on the tail. So I know this is going to be a long video, but it's definitely worth it, and I applaud you if you have come the full way. Add some stripes there. A tad darker. Like so. And the tail does not have much detail. I'll just shade behind the leg a bit. Give it that mid line there. So you can put the skin in there, and it does have really bumpy skin, so it looks like scales. But in the meantime, I'm going to put in the details in the leg. Like so. And it's got a little bit on the bottom leg. Just random stripes, basically. put in a bit of shading. And I will add some scales. Just put rows and rows of scales. Or if you're really patient, you can put single circles in like I'm doing right now. But for a faster person, you just go like that. It speeds it up, but the ultimate way is to go scale by scale. But of course, we don't want to make a masterpiece out of every single drawing. I mean, I really am happy if you do make a masterpiece out of each of these drawings. I try to do my best to make them look professional at the end, but some are definitely better than others, I would have to say. The boss battle ones always, though, never cease to amaze me. I'm always like, wow, I drew that? That's really good, actually. So again, if you've not checked out my channel, please check it out, and I've got other videos on how to draw the Boss Battle Omega 09 Tyrannosaurus Rex and the Pteranodon Valkyrie 77, both from Jurassic World the Game. And I also got Indominus Rex and a lot of other cool videos. If you haven't checked those out yet. So yeah, this is what our final image looks like of the mighty Salamander 16 from Jurassic World the Game. So be sure to share the video, leave a like, a comment, and finally subscribe if you've not already done so. You can sign it there. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Here is our final image of Salamander 16 from Jurassic World the Game.